Hey, Local H here, coming at you live from the bunker. Just a few hours from now, we're going to play this record. Whatever Happened to PJ Soles in its entirety, and it's probably backwards to you because fucking Facebook changes their shit on me all the time. So I'm not sure how to... We'll figure that out later. Anyway, in a few hours at 9 o'clock tonight, 9 p.m. here in Chicago, Central Time, we will play that record. And I thought it'd be interesting to give a little window to what people thought of that record when it came out in 2004. Was it 2004? 2004, yeah. So we've got a review here that I'm going to read for you from Pop Matters. And it's written by Mitch Pugh. So here's the review. So what did happen to PJ Soles? First of all, Mitch, it's none of your business. Second of all, let's read the review. Unless you happen to be a member of what writer Robert Lanham calls the waitstaff and service hipster set, and you know who you are, you likely have no idea. Soles is the actress who starred as Riff Randall in the Ramones' Rock and Roll High School. Listen, she did star in Rock and Roll High School. There's no quotation marks. She's the star of fucking Rock and Roll High School, so shut the fuck up. Rock and Roll High School, she's Private Wanda Winter and Private Benjamin, Stella and Stripes, and more recently, Mrs. Purr in 1999's Jawbreaker. And of course, no one can forget her role as Ellen Whitby in episode 4.14 of the criminally underappreciated television drama Knight Rider. Okay, look, Mitch, you can say what you want about me and the band I'm in and the records we make, but lay the fuck off PJ Soles. And on top of it, she was in Halloween. You ever heard of that one? It's pretty great. She was in Carrie. She's in Breaking Away. She's in The Boy in the fucking Plastic Bubble. So clearly, you should stick to writing about music. Or should you? Because here we'll go. Here, keep going. Now 54, Pamela Jane Soles' most recent work, aside from 2004's The Mirror Mirror collection, can be found inside the CD for Chicago rockers Local H. In one of the most elaborate ploys ever to meet a preteen crush, guitarist singer Local H, Scott Lucas, penned the song PJ Soles and convinced the actress to pose for the CD art. I didn't convince her. She was Riff Randall. He recently gushed to band apologist, cheerleader, and Chicago Sun-Times pop music critic Jim DeRogatis. Borderline stalker talk, but amusing nonetheless. What, because I'm a fan? That's a stalker? Okay. The song itself is what is to be expected from such talk. An immature, moody, but somewhat sweet ode. They'll never know you like I do. And it's almost the most interesting thing on the record. Almost. Like the aging cult figure the title of the record evokes, Local H has increasingly become a novelty act. And there's nothing DeRogatis or any other fan of the band in its heyday can say to justify their decline. I don't know what problem this guy has with DeRogatis, but he keeps bringing it up. That something must have happened. Maybe he was a Hootie and the Blowfish fan. They may have rightfully left their post-grunge angst behind, but becoming a cheap knockoff of Cheap Trick or a slightly more lyric version of the plethora of pop-punk posers on the market ain't exactly something to hang your hat on. Ooh, bitchy. The first full track on the album, Everyone Alive, is catchy, guitar-crunching fun and sounds a lot like a more produced version of the Lucas-Brian St. Clair drums duo in their prime. I don't know about that. It kicks ass and could even find its way onto the radio airwaves. An elusive thing since the mid-90s for a band that was doing the White Stripes thing well before Jack and Meg. This guy loves his quotes. It's all downhill from there. You think he uses air quotes when you go out to eat with him or something like that? All right, let's wrap this up. California Songs is juvenile in all the wrong ways. Lucas's whining about California bands and their songs about Los Angeles grows tiresome in a hurry. We know you love LA. There's nothing left to say. Please no more California songs. Lucas blubbers before outdoing that sophomoric rant with the aside, and fuck New York too. How goddamn profound. Or is this what Alanis Morissette would call ironic? Quotes again. Dunno. However, the Decemberist Los Angeles I'm Yours was one of your listeners' favorite songs of 2003, so California songs aren't necessarily inherently insipid. Sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a great song. Weaselly numbers littered with puerile indignations and utterly predictable guitar work really is never much fun. In fact, for all the distancing the band did from the grunge sound in the early 90s, this is a song that has the most direct ties to that Northwest sound. It's Everclear funneled through a Courtney Love-worthy pity fest set to music. It's boring and unimaginative and worlds away from the charm of a song like PJ Souls. How this band is responsible for two songs on such remarkably different ends of the taste spectrum is beyond comprehension. It's called Range, motherfucker. The next track, Dick Jones, has a psychedelic feel to it, and it's the strongest track on the record. It's a bit Pink Floyd, a bit classic rock, but with enough of Lucas's signature guitar sound to kick it up a notch. Money on the Dresser is too Soundgarden for its own good. See how that whole grunge thing really is inescapable? We never tried to escape the grunge thing. Oh, here's my favorite. How's the weather down there? Well, it's partly replacements, but mostly Goo Goo Dolls. The instrumental Buffalo Trace is a stoner rock romp, the song that's most similar to 2002's Here Comes the Zoo. All right, now here's where you fucked up, Mitch. Buffalo Trace is not an instrumental. If you had stuck around past the first 2 minutes, you would have realized that it has lyrics. Now, I got no problem with people who do their job well, but you're not very good at your job if you can't stick around and, Anyway. It just proves to me that you didn't listen to the record. That you went through and said, this sounds like Goo Goo Dolls. This sounds like Soundgarden. This sounds like Pink Floyd. This is an instrumental. Next. Heaven on the Way Down continues with the stoner rock riffs, but is a throwback of sorts to the fat alt-rock sound of Superchunk and the like. Hey Rita, despite its Cookie Monster vocals, touche, is an interesting romp. The guitar drum rave up a few minutes into the track is the most inspired the band sounds on this otherwise lethargic and predictable record. The sad thing, given Local H's impressive back catalog, is that this record may actually be the one that gets the band noticed by the ubiquitous mainstream. How? It's at least radio ready record. Both Everyone Alive and California Songs would be considered made for radio in any other band's hands. Maybe. And they may very well be. Everyone Alive is the type of anthem you expect to find on primetime teen television. Just the kind of song, like Phantom Planet's California, that the band claims to detest. The point of that song, you idiot, is that we were trying to talk about the fact that in the media that you're a part of, the only thing that matters is what comes out of California and LA or New York. And we're talking about the fact that music, U.S. music, comes from those different places than those twin poles. We're not bagging on a band because they sound like Phantom Planet. Okay, just like the Phantom Planet's California that the band claims to detest. Local H on the OC, now wouldn't that be ironic? Well done, my friend. And that's what you're going to be listening to later. They'd all be valid criticisms. I can live with it. I'm not upset or anything like that. It doesn't hurt me. So anyway, tonight, 9 p.m., just a few hours from now, we'll be here. Join us. What else do I need to say? It's PJ Souls. If you want to tip or throw money anywhere, we're playing tonight for Livewire Lounge, who's here in Chicago. We'll set up their GoFundMe link later on, and we're going to get ready. And we'll see you later. Okay? Bye.